Okay, go live. Welcome everybody to Hodgepod Wordworks. I got my buddy Turnage Dubois, or Double D, with me. He'll be earworming. And of course I got Harry here. Today I'm going to be using a needle scaler on a piece of wood. Let me show you what I'm working with. This is a piece of magnolia. It's about 7 inches in diameter and 3¼ inches deep. And I'm going to be turning a little bowl, possibly a hollow form, but we'll see. And then using this new tool I got from Harbor Freight. It's a needle scaler, which I've rounded over the cylindrical tip and form a little rounded bit. So, Daniel, if you want to go through who's in the chat, I'll get to turning.
Absolutely. We have Jack with at Archie Monty. We have Chris Spinning Wood Dodger, Richard Phelan, Dr. Bob, Bill Ellis, and Eva with the Cat and Fish Crafting have all joined so far. So, welcome everybody.
Welcome, everyone. I hope the audio sounds normal.
And Martin with Four King Owls has joined.
Welcome, Martin.
Yeah, please let us know in the chat if there's audio issues.
Yeah.
Or if you can't hear.
I tried to make sure all the microphones on all the webcams were disabled before starting, and it appeared that that was the case.
Eva says audio is good. Yak Branson has joined.
Now
Hi,
this
Yak.
wood is dry, so it's not what I'm used to. Kind of smells weird.
Yeah, dry wood probably doesn't smell the same as wet wood.
This wood kind of smells like bad breath.
Ugh.
But it
The
leaves a
halitosis
nice
piece.
finish. You can see it's smooth already. Probably start sanding that at like 240.
Is it just as smooth on the sapwood side as the heartwood side?
Yeah, it cuts really nice. This is what I made that flower challenge piece with, my most viewed video.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
See, I'm trying to take big cuts like I typically would with wet wood, but it's not working as well.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that with dry. Especially if you catch a crack or something like that, it'll fly. Eva's asking, is the wood natural like that, or is it a bit spalted?
No, it's not spalted, but the heartwood and sapwood, I'll go to the overhead cam. There's a very distinct color difference. This is the sapwood here. The heartwood is really dark, and then you got this kind of middle, which and I tried to, when I cut the blank, I tried to center the two right here in the middle, so did fairly well. I think I'm going to texture either the light part or the dark part, depending on how much is left. We'll see once the shape is kind of finished. Or maybe you guys can talk amongst yourselves and see what y'all think would look best while I finish this out.
Yeah, we can certainly do that. So this piece of magnolia wood, the question is going to be for the group, and as people join, we'll keep asking, but definitely put your thoughts in the chat as to should Hodge and Harry texture the sapwood side of the piece or the heartwood side of the piece. And Seth with Brickhouse Craftworks has joined.
Welcome, Seth.
Eva says the dark side. So that would be the heartwood side. Doug Miller has joined. Hi, Doug.
Forming the tenon. Get my little gauge. I'm still pretty sure it's, yeah, definitely too big.
And Eva, Harry has not hiding. He's just up, just out of camera view. So
I'll put him down here so y'all guys can see him.
yeah, a lot of people are saying the darker wood.
That was my initial thought, but I just don't know how much will be left because I'm kind of thinking of it like a hollow form shape where I curve over the rim rather than just a plain bowl. So that's good. I'm going to use my point tool to make the dovetail.
And just so everybody knows, Hodge did create a list. He spent some time this week and did create a list of links to all the different tools that he uses that he can get, or he's gotten through Amazon. So he has added those to the video. So if there's any tools that you're interested in or you like, check out the links below and go. It takes you right to them.
Yeah, and you know, if you click on one of the links and then decide to go buy a car or something, that, you know, I might get a commission off that too. So
Yeah. And if everybody wants to go out and buy a Powermatic lathe, there is a link directly to that
and then
one.
it's actually a better model than mine. It's the 3520C version, which has a movable on-off switch.
Sounds fun.
All right, so I'm gonna try, that's still not completely round. Let me fix that.
So as more people are joining, once again, the question being posed, and some people have given their thoughts. So the texturing that Hodge is going to do on the piece, should he texture just the heartwood side or just the sapwood side of this magnolia blank?
I think it's,
So put your thoughts
all
in the
right, so now
chat.
it's round. I'm gonna start I think I'm gonna do the texturing on the outside only, so I'm gonna try to form most of it as far as the outside
And
shape.
Sid's repurposing has joined. Hello, hi, and Dara Coolin has joined. Coulon.
Welcome, Dara, or Dara, I don't know.
They say that you can get that switch for yours,
Yeah,
that same switch that you were just talking about, through Powermatic.
I know. I think I've seen a few videos where people actually have made their own. I mean, actually, no. I have a on-off switch, but it's for 120 volt that I could like add on, but obviously I need a 220 volt one.
And I'm going to apologize now if I mispronounce your name. So, just an FYI. Unintentional, I promise.
I'm just smoothing over the front of it here, and I'll start trying to do a bit of shaping. I think I might just have to do the texturing in two different sections. Just to finish getting rid of these little curves, and then I'll do a bit of sanding and turn the piece around.
Chris just asked how my shop build's coming. Ran into a little bit of a delay with the floor. Chris, I was hoping to have the floor done. But with all the rain we've had and the humidity being crazy, there's humidity requirements for getting the floor done. So that got delayed. Going to finish up the electrical today and then get the dust collection done early next week since we're busy tomorrow, and then I'll get the floor, and then we can start moving in. So I'm hoping to be in before the end of next week, but we shall see. So Bill says put a flat band around the belly and texture it all the way around.
Thought about that too. Or thought about also putting like some kind of decorative bit around the top of the opening. So I had all sorts of kind of options going through my head. I have another piece of wood that came from the same blank. The blank that I had was like a foot long by 3.5 inches deep, and then by 7 inches wide. So I could cut basically another blank exactly like this that I might do something different with. Maybe if I
Cool.
cut this or texture it on the dark side on this one, I'll cut the texture the other one on the light side and kind of have a yin-yang feel to it.
And Dara says it's like Terra without the T and add a D. So it's Dara.
Right. So I'm going to do a bit of sanding now. There's a few kind of checks going on here, but maybe I'll use some super glue. We'll see. Move my dust collector up.
Eva's asking if it's nice to do live so you don't have to edit the
Yeah,
video.
it's nice. I know some people like Wayne and Brian at Woodturning will end up turning their lives into a video, which I've just never even thought of getting around to do. Maybe at some point if I just want to make a different playlist or something. So I know a lot of you guys use inertia sanders. I found this one on Amazon. It looks a lot like the Simon Hope it's got double bearings. The end just kind of pops off. It came with a few different options. It seems a lot more robust than the Robert Sorby one.
Yeah, it definitely is a little bit, appears to be more sturdy than the Robert Sorby one. I agree. And Rob with Copper Owl Woodturning is joined. Hi, Rob.
Welcome, Rob. But I suppose with this being a live, I'll speed things up and use electric sanding or power sanding.
Dara says, I wish the box wasn't just an on and off switch, that you could control the speed as well. Yeah, those would be nice to be able to do that. Keep your hands free. Hopefully everybody has some fun plans for the weekend and is getting good weather.
Now I think I'll probably only sand to about 220 because of the texturing.
And Seth has to run, so he'll catch the rest of this later. Have a great rest of your day,
See you
Seth.
later, Steph. There's a little bit of tear out in this one little spot.
Eva said they're having some thunder off and on already, so lots of fun. It's a good chance of rain here today. Thankfully, I'll be indoors doing electrical, not outdoors doing electrical.
Go ahead and switch grits.
Eva has to leave. She says she'll try and finish this later. So thanks for coming by, Eva. Hope you have a great
See you
day.
later, Eva. All right, I think that's good enough for the texturing. I'm going to switch to the tailstock camera. I think I'm going to texture, well, let's see here. You guys
It's been the
dark?
most votes have been for the
All
Heartwood.
right, so I'll do the dark spot, the lower half probably, and then I'll turn it around, shape the rest of it, and then do the rest. I'll lock the spindle here for a moment.
Bill Ellis says, as I'm watching this, they're forming my driveway for concrete. I say better them than you,
Hopefully
sir.
this isn't too loud. If it is, let me know and I can mute my headset. But basically you just turn it on and these start reciprocating sort of, and then you just hold it against the wood. You don't really need much pressure.
So yeah, if it's too loud, let us know and Hodge
And
can mute
then
up.
you get
So
kind of an orange peel look. It's hard to see from this distance, but you can kind of see it
yeah, you can
right
see a little
here.
bit.
You can see the light. But it's pretty quick. I mean, that was, I don't know, a few seconds at each location.
And Jack with Archie Monty appears to be back. So hi,
Yeah,
Jack.
Jack. And now when I get close to this line, I think I'm just gonna leave it. And I went ahead and got a finish nail and rounded over the tip so I can kind of go in and do it by hand, depending on how much time I want to spend with this.
It's a really cool effect. Just so everybody knows, Hodge can't hear me very well right now because the compressor is also running.
Yeah,
So
my compressor turned on, so I can't really hear you too well.
yeah, Bill, that's absolutely true. It would take a long time with a Dremel.
So I think that's good for this lower half besides the very rim here, or the line. So I'll go ahead and reverse it.
And Taram's Turning from Atlantic, Canada has joined. Hello, welcome.
So here you can see the stuff.
Yeah, it looks like it's working okay, Rob. Hopefully his compressor will shut off here in just a minute, and then he'll be able to hear again.
Yeah. Welcome, Greg.
So, what fun things does everybody have on the books for the weekend? And welcome Benjamin, Greg, and Taram's Turning.
I'll go ahead and turn it off manually. Sorry for all that.
No, it's all good, Hodge. I don't know if you heard, but Taram's Turning has also joined, as has Benjamin.
Welcome, Taram and Ben.
I know you already said hi to Greg, so just wanted to make sure you knew they were there too.
So I'm just trying to finalize this outside shape. I don't know how much of this hollowing I'm going to do on camera. I typically use my video hollowing system. Maybe I'll do a little bit of hand hollowing. Hopefully not have anything explode.
Explosions are bad.
Just trying to get a nice gentle curve from the side to where the top is.
You think you want to have it a pretty wide opening or just a smaller opening?
Nah, I'd like to have it a little less than 1.5 inches probably. Seems to be. I've been doing a lot of hollowing lately. My video tomorrow will be hollowing, and it's a lot of fun when you have the video system because it's like you can make it as thin as you want and really easy.
Feel pretty confident about it, yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of upcoming projects, Doug Miller says he has one on the lathe that's in lacquer that he's doing for a video, and then he's also going to start his challenge piece.
Yeah, I gotta start mine.
Yeah, we've started seeing them come out. There was a little bit of a delay. I think people were busy with their challenge to get the challenge pieces, but Will got his out. He was doing a big bike ride for charity. Bruce put his out. So we're starting to see him come out.
That's interesting. There's a bit of a ripple to this, if you can see it. There's like 3 lines here, here, and here.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Unless that's just really bad. No, I can see really bad tool marks, but I can see it where I haven't cut yet. Also, I think I might leave a little rim on this piece. I'm gonna switch gouges to a sharp one.
Make a nice finial piece for it for a lid.
Maybe. I did get some ebony in the mail the other day.
There you go. Richard Phelan says he's not getting any shop time. He's painting the bathroom. That sounds spectacular. Something I would not want to do. So, in this case, Richard, better you than me.
Well, at least it's a bathroom and not like a living room or all the bedrooms.
Right, where you have
Unless
to
you
move all the furniture around. Yeah.
unless you got like a gigantic bathroom.
Yeah. I hate painting.
I gotta say,
Even,
my worst house thing is installing drywall and taping and well, the taping and mudding part.
yeah, I always hire that out. I don't have the patience for
I
that.
think I'm gonna be hiring it out from now on. And it's insane how fast the professionals can get it done compared to like you.
Right?
So I think it looks like this piece had a nail in it at one point. You can see here there's a bit of an inclusion and it's really dark. So just adds more character, I suppose.
I was going to say.
So just finish off this little rim thing a little bit more. The good thing about having a small hole is that it's harder to see in it
Right?
in case you get a bad finish on the inside.
Yeah, like I said, I hate painting. Even with that sprayer that we have that I used in the shop, I do not like painting.
Let's see if the rim is fine. There's still a little bit of the original chainsaw mark there on the rim.
Bill Ellis agrees. Drywall and painting are terrible.
All right, I think I'm going to take a little bit more off because I don't really like the shape at the moment. I feel like it's
Yeah.
too, the
Okay.
transition's not smooth enough.
Yeah, it's looking good though. Dara, this is Magnolia. Sorry, I had to think for a minute. Chris Spinningwood Dodger has to go. Have a great rest of your day.
See you later, Chris. I'm assuming you're going to sleep.
That'd be my guess. Aggie Turning has also joined in. Greetings.
Welcome, Aggie Turning. I'm assuming you're in Texas, or you just went to A&M, one of the two.
Actually, Manhattan, Kansas, where Kansas State University is, has an area called Aggieville. Not sure why, but I doubt it's related. Jack says by the time Hodge is done shaping the bowl before texturing, there's not going to be any texturing left.
All right, I think I'm almost done. There's a few little ridges, but the sharper gouge is really doing a nice job.
Chris says he's going to a daughter-in-law's birthday bash. Well, that'll be fun.
Isn't he in Australia? Oh no, Chris spinning with Dodger. I was thinking Chris Dodds. Never mind.
Bit and jamming. Painting is like exercising. The first 30 seconds is like, wahoo! And then after that, you want to kill yourself.
So the wood's cutting really nice. It's got some really nice shavings here.
Man, those are fine.
And keep that for Harry's little bed.
Yeah, make him happy.
Now I'll get back to sanding this outer section and then I'll texture it.
Doug Miller has a good idea. Hey, he tells Richard, he goes, go to the shop between coats. Yeah, paint needs to dry for at least like what, 3-4 weeks between coats.
Something like that.
Going back to the whole exercising thing, Ben, I've said for years that the number one problem with like exercising and weights and stuff is that the weights are so heavy. If the weights weren't quite as heavy, I'd probably lift them more. Lewis, the Klondike Craftsman, has joined. Hi, Lewis. Welcome.
Welcome, Lewis. All right, switch to 220 grit.
Aggie Turning says in the Gulf Coast Woodturning Club as well.
Oh, I'm in the Gulf Coast Woodturning Club.
Yeah. So you got a club member. Says that they say they love your videos, always look forward to new ones, and they bought a scaler. Just need to round the point so they can try it too.
I think Aggie, are you in the lighting business? I think I have a face to who he is, but I don't recall his name.
Yes, electrical. That's what Aggie
Okay.
says.
I think I remember who he is, or have a face that I can put with a name.
Named Mike Brayland.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Lewis has a big wedding day, waiting for his wife to get her makeup finished.
Oh, well,
Congrats to your son and your future daughter-in-law, Lewis.
sorry, Lewis. I'll probably be done before your wife's done. I only have 40 minutes or so, probably. So I'm going to go ahead and do the texturing again on the dark side only. Let's see if this changes
Ben
anything.
has a quick question for you, Hodge.
All
How
right.
much more expensive are the flower-shaped sanding pads?
Uh, I don't really know. I mean, I don't really notice a big difference. I like these. I either like ones that are kind of cover the edges of them, just so it doesn't rub on the Velcro part, but I don't really know the price difference. I mean, they're
Okay.
fairly similar. If you just buy them in bulk, it's a lot cheaper than like 5 or 10 at a time.
Lewis says, perfect. This was the part he really wanted to see anyway. Yeah, it works really well and it's pretty quick. A lot faster than a Dremel, as someone pointed out earlier.
Now, it seems to texture pretty similar on the in grain versus the side grain, which is a good thing. Probably just depends on the wood, but the Magnolia seems to be taking the texture the same way.
Hopefully you won't run out of air pressure.
Yeah. So
Lewis says that the most uncommon woodworking tool ever. Yeah, probably.
I've
Especially
seen,
since this is designed to take rust off of metal.
I know you can buy additional pins that fit in this thing, and I think I've seen or heard people that will drill, like shape them into points or shape them into different stuff to get a kind of a different effect. So I don't know how much closer I want to get to the light section. I'll just have to do that by hand with a nail, which will probably take twice as long as this whole thing did. But I think now I'll drill out the center a bit and do a bit of hollowing. Don't know if I want to do all of it or not.
Dara says that gun brings back memories, using it on the ship P-ways, taking off the non-skid and putting new non-skid down. Yeah, I would assume that'd be a lot of fun working on ships, maintaining them and things like that.
Yeah, lots of
Doug
fun.
Miller says he's had one for years, but he's never used it. Well, now you have a reason to use it, Doug.
I'm going to bring back the tailstock, which I had off the lathe for a moment to drill out most of the inside. I bring Harry's buddy Jacob on the live.
That'll make Harry happy.
Yeah, probably need to sharpen it, but get a general idea where I want to get a marker.
What is it, about 4 inches thick now?
I think it was like, let me see, where's my ruler? It's roughly 3 inches. So just get a general idea. I'm not going to go too thin with this, I don't think. Let's go there. Turn the speed down to 400. little bit further. That's good. Take out the Jacob's chuck.
Really like the look of that piece.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how it had that the ripple on those three little lines there. I think I actually got this wood from the lady I bought my lathe from, who's also in the Gulf Coast Woodturners. Nell Wheeler, she gave it to me. So that's also where I got the piece from the magnolia flower I turned.
Lewis says he has a new batch of chickens in a brooding pen in his shop. You wouldn't need a needle scaler then. You just put all your chicken feed down on the piece of wood, Lewis, and let them peck it to death.
All right, move the tailstock again so it doesn't get in the way. I'll be hollowing with my Trent Bosch hollowing tools. It's just a little high-speed cutter here on the end. I'll switch out to the curved one when I need it. I don't know how exciting this will be. Hollowing's kind of boring. And lower the tool rest a little.
You say it's boring, but you're talking to a bunch of wood turners for the most part who love doing this kind of thing. So Lewis, have a great day, and once again, congrats to your son and your future daughter-in-law. Very happy for them.
At some point, I think I can hook up my camera system and then share my screen so that you can see the tool on camera and where it is in the depth if I put a little circle on the screen. So that's something I was going to play with at some point.
I know you've shown that in a couple of your videos too.
Yeah, I just filmed the screen then.
Yeah, it's cool to see how it works though.
So, start going a little more to that side here. And I'm kind of wondering what I want to do with this rim. I guess I can leave it a little bigger. I might come in and do some other kind of texture with it, or do it by hand to texture the rim so I can leave the crisp shoulder area. We shall see.
Mike says, I've only hollowed small ornaments. Need to get some larger tools to do a hollow form.
Yeah, ornaments are the only thing I've hollowed by hand. Everything else I just waited until I got that hollowing system.
And he also wants to do a texture platter like this.
It seems, I know I've heard like Wayne and whoever else talk about it, but if you hold this to where the cutting edge is like at 45 degrees, it's way less aggressive.
So you get less catches and things like that?
I mean, if it's perpendicular to the parallel to the lathe, then it gets a little grabby. But if you tilt it like 45 degrees.
Jack has a question, and I know that there's a fan club for Harry out there, but Jack asks, Hodge, have you started a Little Harry's meme gallery yet?
No, I haven't. Maybe I'll do that on my Facebook page.
Bill Ellis has an idea. He says, burn some grooves on the rim with a piece of Formica.
Yeah, that's an idea. I might I think I'll just do the texturing because here on the rim it's almost all the dark part, so it'll kind of be like the texturing goes all the way around. So I think that might be kind of cool. I think I need to switch over to a curved tool. So all you do is 2 set screws, and I can switch to his swan neck piece.
Benjamin says, always leave a rim, as if anything, it'll absorb any damage by the tool, and then if you don't like it, remove it at the end.
Interesting idea. Seems to work. So now I just went to his medium curvature swan neck. I need to move the tool rest back a bit so that it sits on the straights part. I need to move it back still a little more. I think this is the 5/8 diameter bar, which can do like 6-inch depth.
And that's 6 inches past the tool rest, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you have a captive system, you can do about as deep as it can go, but maybe by hand is where he's setting that limit.
Gotcha.
But like I said, I'm probably not going to finish hollowing all this today. I'll probably stop here in a little while, and then after I go off, I'll finish it. I don't know what Alexa's talking about. I think she heard her name for some reason. Alexa, stop. So, okay, I don't know why she's about to start playing music. Alexa, off. All right. So I think for the rest of this live, I'm just going to do I'll do a little more sanding on the light part, which I should have considered, because now I need to sand this more since I'm not texturing it, so I should have just sanded all of it and then done the texture.
Would you be able to jump straight? Is it smooth enough you could jump straight to an abrasive paste?
I wouldn't want to do the abrasive paste over the texture either. So I should have done all that and then done the texturing. But I guess you guys can learn from my mistakes. So I'll do a little more sanding on the light part. I'm probably just going to put an oil finish on it. Maybe Danish oil or walnut oil. Yeah, I hope Harry gets as popular as Bucky's. All right.
If you like what's going on today, make sure and mash that thumbs up as well.
It's getting too hot in Texas. I'm starting to sweat.
What's the temperature there right now?
I know it's really humid. It's probably only like 85 or something like that, but it's just really humid.
Jack says that he likes the coloring on it, to leave it as is.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to put any color on it. I think I'm definitely going to spend a little more time on this off air so I can get it better, so it's not just kind of a demo piece. I really like the look of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I guess I'll sand a little more, and then I'll make sure to put oil on before I sign off, so you can see what it looks like with the finish.
Mike's asking where you got that drill. You got that from Woodturning Wonders, didn't you?
Yeah,
It's a
this is the
55-degree.
Woodturner's Wonder 55-degree angled drill. They sell them all over the place here in the States. I know Vince's wood, Vince's sandpaper. I don't know what his store is, but he sells them. Klingspor sells them also.
Might have to look and see if it's on Amazon, and if so, then you could put a link to it there too.
Yeah, there is a Amazon version as well. It's red, I think.
Ben says, what might work well with the texturing is do what Phil at Shady Acres does. He cuts out circular discs of naiweb and attaches them to one of the Velcro sanding disc arbors.
Yeah, I mean, running my hand over it, there's not any kind of grain sticking up or anything, so I might just hit it with like 600 grit or something,
Just
or
real
some,
lightly.
yeah, just to get any sharp edges off, but I don't feel anything. So I'll go with 400 grit real quick. I'll probably go back and do more sanding, like I said, to get this really to like a nicer finish. But this wood cuts really nice. All right.
Yeah, it looks like they are sold out right now. I'll put a link to the angle drill that he's using from Woodturner's Wonders.
Oh,
They
I just got an email from them saying that they got them in stock. I don't know if they're sold out again already.
It says their expected arrival is 3 days ago, but you can
Okay.
pre-order it.
So,
So, whatever.
as you can see, there's a bit of a crack here. I don't know what I'll do with it. If I just leave it as is.
I think it looks awesome as is.
Yeah, I really like the look of the texture and the stuff. So, I'll go ahead and put, I guess I'll go with walnut oil.
So I put that link in the chat. They also have a second one of the exact same thing that's still out of stock, but it also comes with sanding pads.
Yeah,
Uh, so it's a little bit more expensive, but they do have a couple of options.
I think I bought the kit that it comes with the pads and the arbors and all that stuff.
Yeah, I want to say that the drill itself is like 60 bucks or so, and then the kit's 110 or something like that. So
This is Mahoney's walnut oil. So I'm just going to wipe that on. Let's see how it will look.
Bill says that the texture matches your dust hood.
Yeah.
I love it when you start doing that because that grain just really pops out.
Yeah. So it looks pretty cool. This has so much, it's got all sorts of character with this, what I think is a nail hole, and then the few ripple lines, and then obviously the 3 different colors of wood grain.
Yeah. Ben said that it's interesting they took a picture of the inside of that drill. And yeah, I saw that when I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, that's just really odd that they would take the drill apart to show the insides of it, but kind of cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to
And
do.
Mike's got to go. His brother-in-law is graduating from South Texas Law School, so congrats to your brother-in-law.
Congratulations.
Thanks for swinging by, Mike.
All right. Well, that's about that. So I guess maybe I'll try and hook up the captive system if that, because that's what I'll be doing after I go turn off stuff, so maybe if you guys care to see it, I can try and angle the camera to show more of it. That doesn't work. Maybe. So, get my captive hollowing system. It's a lot like the one which Wayne had, I think a Simon Hope one. It's just this little guy that mounts on here. And then you tighten that down. Get this dust collector out of the way. And then I'll take the cutting bar out and put it in this captive bit. You still there, Daniel?
Yep.
Okay. Didn't know if something happened when I
Sorry,
changed
no,
the
no, you're
camera.
you're good. I'm just watching, thinking, wow, this is cool.
Raise up the tool rest so it just makes contact. Then I can do a little bit more hollowing without the camera set up. And you can really like speed through it with this captive system as well as the camera. Something is not cutting very well. I think the tool might be too high, or I need to raise it a little bit more. Maybe I just need to sharpen it.
It's just like a carbide type bit, right?
Yeah, it's a high-speed steel little cutter.
So you use like a diamond card to sharpen that, or just a file, or how do you
Uh,
do it?
yeah, you can either do a diamond card or you can use the CBN wheel and just take really light passes on it.
Gotcha. Because I know with my carbides, I take the on the non-negative rake, I take them off and I'll just do like figure eights and stuff on a diamond card, and it sharpens it up pretty good. I mean, it's never going to get back to factory style, but with carbide blades being as not cheap as they are, if I can get 3 or 4 life cycles out of one, that helps.
Yeah, these are replaceable. They're super glued in, which is, at first you think that's kind of weird because it's hard to take out, but you just heat it up and then it kind of pops out on its own. I know John Jordan sells tools that are similar, but they have set screws in them, so it's really up to you which one you prefer. So, anybody in the chat have any suggestions on what to see for the post for next week's demo? I'll keep the 3 that are still remaining.
Let's see what anybody says. My chat froze up, so
Yeah, I think mine did too.
Brad's Woodturning is joined. Hi, Brad.
Welcome, Brad.
Doug wants to see your challenge piece for next week's demo.
Maybe if I think, I don't know how quick, I don't know how my challenge piece will turn out, if it'll be easy or not. But depending on how quick I do it, maybe I'll do another one.
Well, you're just mimicking somebody else. It's not like you have to put a lot of thought into it, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, as you can see, I'm looking at the chat and reading all sorts of stuff. You don't really have to do anything besides not go too
Not
crazy.
not go through the edge.
I think I need to sharpen this bit. It's all getting kind of hot in there.
And right now it is today's high is 75 degrees here with overcast skies. Tomorrow's going to be, the next couple of days are going to be 81, but then we have rain off and on all next week again. So I'm not going to get to mow the yard for like 2.5 weeks, and it's going to be a jungle when I do.
Fun stuff.
I think we had almost 5.5 inches of rain this past week.
Buy some goats.
No.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop there for today. I'll take it off the lathe to bring it up closer. But there's the texturing part of it.
I think that looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I need to do, hopefully the nail that I've done will give similar results here, where I need to get close to the line. If not, then I might just do the whole thing.
Brad's asking, anyone remember a show called Angry Beavers? It was a childhood favorite of his.
Yeah, I remember it, but I never watched it. It's a little before my time, I think. I think Brad and I are close to the same age, though. Maybe I didn't have cable.
Everybody's saying it looks great.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the color. I think it's pretty cool. And then that ripple. I'll probably polish it up or buff it and try to get it a little shinier.
That little crack is fun, though. I mean, get the dust out of it, but I think
Yeah.
it's fun.
I can't even, here. And then this
Yeah.
has a little void there. Let me blow it out. So
Yeah, I think it looks
can't really
awesome.
see the crack now. Right there.
It's right there.
Yep. But yeah. Thank you guys for joining. I'll definitely put some pictures of this on Instagram once I get it fully finished. But I know I've said that before, and I've
And
never
the
done it. So
Wood Dude says likes the finished result.
yep, I'm pretty happy with it. Just bring back my camera real quick. All right. But thank you guys for watching.
Fun as always.
I've got a video coming out tomorrow that's a madrone piece that's kind of similar shape to this, but a little bigger. It's one of my favorite pieces I've turned also, so I'm excited for that one. But thank you guys for stopping by, and I will put up a community poll here later today for what to do next week. I know a three-pointed bowl is one option, so I think that was the second place at the moment. So yeah, Doug, I'll definitely put a few coats and buff it once it's dry. I think the ripple will look a lot better once it's a little shinier. But thank you guys for joining. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. See y'all later.
Have a good one. Stay healthy.
Bye, guys.